As the sun dipped low in the sky, the alley bathed in the soft golden light became a stage for an unexpected drama. The air was thick with dust, and a faint echo of distant city sounds barely penetrated the stillness. Keigo walked with his hands buried deep in the pockets of his navy blue trousers, his school uniform meticulously tidy, a stark contrast to the graffiti-tagged walls around him. His dark hair was short and square-cut, framing a face that wore the expression of a thoughtful strategist, always analyzing. Beside him strode Ritto, his taller friend, emanating an air of confidence that felt almost tangible. Ritto's rebellious hairstyle, with uneven strands sticking up defiantly, complemented his short jacket, almost vest-like, paired with stark white sneakers that stood out against the dull backdrop of the alley. "I'm telling you, this could actually work," Ritto said, a grin plastered across his face, his eyes dancing with excitement. "Not just random fights for a bit of cash. This could turn into something bigger." Keigo's gaze flicked sideways, silently weighing the implications of his friend's words. "They're still illegal fights," he replied, his tone cool and measured. "Calling it a business doesn't really make it respectable." Ritto laughed quietly, the sound echoing off the alley walls. "You have no vision, Keigo. Think about it. Fighters from different schools, people betting real money, crowds watching. If it's organized properly, it could move serious cash." Keigo's expression shifted. He averted his eyes to the cracked pavement beneath his feet. "Money attracts trouble," he whispered, a hint of regret lacing his words. "It also attracts opportunity," Ritto shot back with a nonchalant shrug. "Besides, you agreed to come." The weight of Ritto's gaze pressed down on Keigo. He exhaled lightly, a cloud of hesitation spilling from his lips. "I said I would take a look." A charged silence enveloped them as they walked deeper into the alley. Finally Ritto pressed, "But I still don't get why you suddenly need money." Keigo's heart tightened at the thought of his family's struggles. "Someone in my family needs help," he confessed quietly, the vulnerability in his voice palpable. Ritto raised an eyebrow but chose not to delve deeper, sensing the gravity behind Keigo's words. Suddenly a violent crash shattered the air, reverberating through the alley, and sending tremors of adrenaline coursing through their veins. A body flew through the air, colliding violently with the brick wall just meters away, scattering dust and fragments in a chaotic dance. Both boys froze, their hearts pounding like drums in their chests. "Yeah, that definitely wasn't part of the plan," Ritto muttered, his bravado wavering. The man who had struck the wall slowly slid down, his combat attire a mixture of Eastern and Middle Eastern influences, adorned with long white bands wrapped around his wrists and ankles. He struggled for breath, a geometric scarf obscuring half his face, and a wild mane of hair cascading around him. "Leave, you shouldn't be here," he rasped, his eyes pleading despite his imposing appearance. Ritto crossed his arms, unperturbed. "And who exactly are you?" Keigo studied the man, his instincts kicking in. "Someone chasing you?" he asked. The man slowly raised his head, his expression one of desperation. "You don't understand who you're dealing with. Leave now." A chilling voice interrupted from above, slicing through the tension like a knife. "Before what exactly?" Both boys looked up to see a figure perched on the edge of the opposite wall, his jacket a swirl of dark purple and blue, an emblem shaped like a hyena gleaming ominously. His face bore an unsettling shape, accentuated by a small goatee, and one sharp eye glowed faintly purple. Cables wrapped around his arm released tiny sparks that danced in the dusky air. "I didn't intend to have spectators," he sneered, amusement draping over his words. "But I suppose even a disgrace like you can enjoy that luxury. Trey." The injured man tensed at the mention of his name. Keigo stepped forward, a mix of courage and curiosity propelling him. "Hey, what's going on here?" The metal-armed man turned his piercing gaze towards him, his smile widening with a predatory glint. "Nothing that concerns you." Ritto frowned, his bravado flaring. "Then get down from there and stop acting like you own the place." The man chuckled softly, condescension dripping from his lips. "Another barking pup." Trey's voice turned urgent, panic rising. "Listen, don't provoke him, just go." Keigo's heart raced as he fixed his eyes on Trey. "Why is he hunting you?" Trey averted his gaze, shame flickering in the depths of his eyes. The metal-armed man took a step forward, shadows cloaking him. because he's a liar, a traitor, and tonight I'm here to execute what remains of his honor. His arm crackled with purple energy, a chilling promise of violence. Keigo frowned, his mind racing. Sounds more like a personal execution than justice. Ritto, ever the fearless one, stepped forward. Hey you, discount Robocop. Ritto, Keigo murmured, sensing the volatile atmosphere. Ritto shrugged, a defiant glimmer in his eyes. What, if he's going to talk down to us from a wall? He can handle a reply. The metal-armed man's smile widened, intrigued. Interesting, so you want to participate? We didn't say that, Keigo interjected, a protective instinct surging within him. We just want to know what's happening. Trey's voice wavered, urgency escalating. You don't understand. This man? Keigo's stare was unwavering as he demanded, who are you really? Trey's shoulders sagged under the weight of his past. Someone who made mistakes. The metal-armed man stood tall on the edge of the wall, power radiating from him as purple energy intensified in his arm. Last warning, he growled. Leave. Ritto cracked his neck, adrenaline surging. You know, I hate guys who threaten people from above. In an instant, the metal-armed man launched himself from the wall, aiming straight for Keigo. But before he could reach him, Ritto soared into the air, intercepting him mid-flight. Their collision sent a shower of purple sparks erupting through the alley. For a fleeting moment, they hung in the air, faces inches apart. Surprise etched across the metal-armed man's features. Ritto grinned defiantly, a warrior spirit ignited within him. I told you to come down. And just like that, the fight began, igniting a storm of chaos and courage in the heart of the alley, a place where destinies would be forever altered.